Mic check, mic check. Okay, so check it out. Today we are going to be reacting to the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Um, First off, let me apologize. I know I've been kind of slow with the videos. It's really just been getting everything in order for the new year, but I'm back on it. Video every day, or every day or every other day, and we always gonna do every Warriors game for real, for real. But right now we're gonna want to see what Brandon Ingram is looking like. I was speaking a lot about him at the early in the beginning of the year. So we just want to check out what he's gonna look like. And then the Clippers, you know, I just want to see what their team look like, see what Paul George is hooping like, and see how they play against a solid team. Even though the Pelicans are a young team, I think that they're gonna be a solid team. And let's just go ahead and get right into it.
With both those guys playing more games together. Ingram with the game's first shot, and it's on the money. More games together. Ingram with the game's first shot, and it's on the money. Alexander Walker in his second year out of Virginia Tech as Ibaka connects. Adams a week ago had a triple-double against his former team.
Hey, if you've been watching the Pelicans game, like I said, I haven't been able to see all of them. How has Steven Adams been playing? Has he shown more versatility with his game? Because I feel like when he was with OKC, I feel like they were minimalizing him. Like he couldn't do nothing for real. For real. All he was there for was just rebounding. But let me know if he showed some versatility in this game, because I think he got it. I didn't see him drive to the basket, try to do a little Euro step and all that. You feel me? So let me know.
The Oklahoma City Thunder, nice look inside. Alexander Walker with the basket.
Limited, perimeter jump shooting ability. How do they overcome that?
Beverly drains a three. And also Eric Bledsoe has been suffering from eye irritation. They don't know how long that's going to take. Wide open is Beverly in the corner, and the Clippers, the number one three-point shooting team.
Three players.
Oh, hey, I love that. I love that. Hey, move out the way. move. I don't need it.
Ingram takes it to the rim, count it, and a foul. What a beautiful move. A lot of people concerned about what might get said on the air that night, but thankfully we got through it okay.
I watched that game, though. Those guys, they were outstanding.
Oh, it was great. It was back in 2012, or in 2017, rather, as the 12th overall pick. Alexander Walker drains a 3 of 3 from the floor. He has 7 points tonight. Shot clock down to 4. George trying to shake Hart and swishes home a three-pointer. 43 minutes.
That's what you should do, Paul George. If you got somebody like Josh Hart on you that's not, because really, bro, Paul George, he not comparable to KD, but as far as like a height advantage, a move package, a mid-range, being able to shoot the three, Paul George, you should be so much more lethal than you've been showing, and I think you've been showing it this year, but I really just want to see it in the playoffs, man. I want to see that old school Indiana Pacers Paul George when he went up against LeBron. You feel me? When he was hooping with LeBron, was on the same level as LeBron back in, I ain't gonna say the same level, but you was kind of trying to stand toe-to-toe with Bron back when you was with the Pacers. So at this point in your career, I expect you to be lethal. Lethal.
Made three-pointers. That's second in the NBA entering tonight. Adams in the paint again, showing off that footwork and taking all twos tonight. Three-pointer. 43 made three-pointers. That's second in the NBA entering tonight. Adams in the paint again, showing off that footwork and taking all twos except 1-3 that Alexander Walker hit. He gets into the paint here, goes to the left hand, and he gets another basket. Zubac setting the screen for Leonard. Shot clock down to 5. Deep three from Kennard is good. Some good playoff teams just couldn't get to the conference finals. Clippers still trying to get there. Will this be the year? Morris drains a 3. That's 6 three-pointers already. Clippers by 2. Here's Paul George, 1 of 2 from the floor. Leonard is also 1 of 2 from the field, and George working on Lewis and just took him to.
Hey, I don't really mean kill him like YouTube. Don't try to take my video off. I just mean like, destroy him.
Goal that time in the baseline. J.J. Redick. Hayes setting the screen for him, and
And all of that starts through Brandon Ingram. For him to be such a threat that Patrick Beverley has to be above the three-point line to guard him, that's going to open up so many more opportunities for other players. You know, as long as you know where you're supposed to be, when he cuts to the basket, you can come off a screen, get a wide open shot. JJ Redick, that's all day.
JJ Redick. Hayes setting the screen for him, and Redick buries a three. Now Redick trying to guard Paul George. Skip pass is picked off. Wow, Jackson Hayes smashes the rim. Let me think about it. That's actually not a bad idea. I hadn't thought about that before. Try to use that next time. Hayes got the rebound out to Melly. His three is up and good. George with the lob and the flush by Zubac.
That's what we talked about in the open. Playing for his money. He's going to be just fine. So you have a guy that can score 20-plus points a night as Batum knocks down a shot.
Like, you know what the score is. What did you think, by the way, as Ingram swats it right back at Leonard about, I mean, everybody's making such a big deal out about another three. Up a 9-point lead as the Pelicans have gone almost 6 minutes without a field goal. Paul George knocks down the 9th three ball for the Clippers tonight. It's Leonard. Fakes baseline drives and finishes against Hart. Leonard finds a cutting Zubac, who picked up the foul on the other end. Here's a cross-court pass. Paul George again. George in the corner being defended by Thornwell. Will throw it to George with 2. George with 1. Lets it fly. Good at the gun. Paul George with a phenomenal set.
Okay, George. Okay, Paul. I see you. And I think that this is a good matchup. Paul George and Brandon Ingram. Because similar positions. They can either both play the 2 or the 3. You know, lanky guys. Paul George probably has a little bit more meat on him, but Brandon Ingram is a little bit more lanky. Paul George or Brandon Ingram? I think most people would say they would want Brandon Ingram right now because just because of his youth. But if we just talking about talent, you know, talent for talent, I think I'm still taking Brandon Ingram. I'm taking Brandon Ingram over Paul George.
Second quarter. Clippers without a point here in the opening minute of the third. Ingram moving to his left. Strokes that one home. He was just 2 of 11 in the first half. Those big hands and almost got the steal. Alexander Walker on the step back 3. Wow, 16 points. 2 years at Virginia Tech. Was a first-round pick of Brooklyn. Was traded twice on draft night. Ingram on the step through, counted and won. Was traded twice on draft night. Ingram on the step through, counted.
This is why Brandon Ingram is so dangerous. And when I say that, I mean that. Brandon Ingram is dangerous because with a team like the Pelicans, who aren't really a championship contender for real as a complete team compared to the Lakers of the world and to the Nets. We're gonna talk about that later. If y'all don't know what happened, y'all gonna have to watch my next video because we're gonna talk about the Nets later. But if Brandon Ingram continues to play like this and be dominant and can be the best player on the championship team right now, you know, the Pelicans are going to be a dangerous team when it gets to like the end of the playoffs. You know, no team is really going to want to face the Pelicans in the playoffs because Brandon Ingram is so dangerous.
Counted and won. Ibaka puts it on the floor and gets 2 plus a foul. Nearing the midway point of the third, the Clippers lead by 13. Alexander Walker again on target. He's got 21 as Paul George hits the deck trying to follow it up. Hart gets to the rim and scores.
Yeah, I like it.
Leonard around the screen, gets into the lane and flushes it, and a foul called on Steven Adams. 3rd overall pick, just 19 years old. Alexander Walker, who's been doing it from the perimeter this time. That's one of the reasons why a change was made. Doc Rivers now in Philadelphia's Kennard drills a 3. That's the 14th. You know, Marcus was a big impact player for the Clippers last year, and Markieff was for the Lakers and won the championship. George fading away. That's so sweet. The MVP discussion the entire year. Then the trade to the Clippers was hurt some last year as Lewis knocks down a 3.
On Patrick Beverley to be the guy defending Ingram, trying to get under him and disrupt him.
Hayes, tough shot.
Hey,
get
you
under.
better fucking hoop, bro.
Him and
Better
disrupt.
fucking hoop.
Hayes, tough shot, and gets the bounce.
Get stops on the defensive end. Put a couple of stops together and put yourself in position to climb all the way back.
Zubats creates some space. Redick got the two Duke guys against each other again, and Redick wins that battle. Ingram looking to take Beverly, put a move on him, and gets the bounce. So Brandon Ingram now at 20 points. Leonard directing traffic, finds Beverly. His corner three is on the money.
To defend Kawhi Leonard one-on-one.
Hey, Patrick Beverly, let me just say this, man. Your shot has been looking so much better from what it used to look like back when you was on the Clippers the first time, right? Yeah, it's looking good, man.
On the perimeter.
So how much of that, Mark, is communication amongst the players on the court?
Well, it's the guy.
Bledsoe out tonight as well with eye irritation. Leonard's three is home. Shooting 43% from three-point land this season. Ingram flies to the rim. 3% with eye irritation.
He just kept going up. He just kept going up. He just kept, you feel me?
Leonard's three is home. Shooting 43% from three-point land this season. Ingram flies to the rim and slams it. Initiating the offense, bringing it up the floor. Finds a cutting George into Adams, and it went in. I don't think it hit.
Boom.
Batum draws the defensive assignment against Alexander Walker. Beautiful floater.
You're Josh Hart. You can't complain. You're not going to get that call. Keep on battling defensively.
Another one for Alexander Walker, make it 32 points. Walker Alexander. Here's Kawhi Leonard trying to answer. Does. Leonard with 28 now, his second three. Alexander Walker trying to shake George. Long two. 37 for Nikhil. George into the paint. Out to Kawhi. Gets it back to George. And the three is good. 18 threes now for the Clippers. 12, though, because of the sweet shooting of the Clippers. The #1 three-point percentage team in the NBA. But the Pelicans are not done. A 4-point opportunity. And Adams driving. Can't get it. The tip is good, but just a half second remaining. So the Clippers will go to 8-4. Meanwhile, the Pelicans have now lost 4.
Okay, so the Clippers are 8-4 right now. I think the Lakers are like 8-3 or something like that. So look, it just shows me a lot about Brandon Ingram and the Pelicans. And I don't think Zion played this game unless I didn't see him. I don't think he played this game. And it was such a close game, 106-111. So what I'm saying about the Pelicans is, you know, they're a dangerous team because Brandon Ingram is such a mismatch against anybody on offense, unless it's like Kevin Durant, and then you got Zion, who's just a mismatch with everybody in the league. He's one of the strongest players in the league. You got a solid center with Steven Adams. You know, you got shooters with Josh Hart and JJ. You know, the Pelicans are going to be so dangerous. And, you know, if Brandon Ingram takes this time to shine, like, you know, and he really has, I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see where everybody end up. But that's all for me right now. Next, I'm about to react to the Brooklyn Nets versus the New York Knicks. I heard the Knicks are looking good, so if you like my reaction videos, go ahead and watch that video too. Before you leave this video, can you like, comment, and subscribe? I'm at 322 subscribers right now. You know, that's you know, we just hit 300, so 322. I appreciate everybody that subscribed to my channel, and yeah, that's all for me today, y'all.